Welcome, students. We were in this part. She turned to the nursery and called Yumi. It's a very interesting chapter, very nice chapter full with values. And here you will get some more interesting facts. So she turned to the nursery and called Yumi, but the children heard her voice and she had to go in for a moment and smile at them and play with the baby boy, now nearly 3 months old. Over the baby's soft black hair, she motioned with her mouth, "Yumi, come with me. I'll put the baby to bed." Yumi replied, "He is ready." She went with Yumi into the bedroom next to the nursery and stood with the boy in her arms while Yumi spread the sleeping quilts on the floor and laid the baby between them. Then Hannah led the way quickly and softly to the kitchen. The two servants were frightened at what their master had just told them. Oh my God. The old gardener, who was also a house servant, pulled the few hairs on his upper lip. "The master ought not to heal the wound of this white man," he said bluntly to Hannah. "The white man ought to die. First he was shot, then the sea caught him and wounded him with her rocks. If the master heals what the gun did and what the sea did, they will take revenge on us." "I will tell him what you say," Hannah replied curtly. But she herself was also frightened, although she was not superstitious, as the old man was. Could it ever be well to help an enemy? Nevertheless, she told Yumi to fetch the hot water and bring it to the room where the white man was. She went ahead and slid back the partitions. Sada was not there. Yumi, following, put down the wooden bucket. Then she bent over the white man. When she saw him, the thick lips folded themselves into stubbornness. "I have never washed a white man," she said, "and I will not wash so dirty a one now." Hannah cried her severely, "You will do what your master commands you." There was so fierce a look of resistance upon Yumi's round, dull face that Hannah felt unreasonably afraid. After all, if the servant should report something that was not as it happened. "Very well," she said with dignity. "You understand, we only want to bring him to his senses so that we can turn him over as a prisoner." "I will have nothing to do with it," Yumi said. "I am a poor person and it is not my business." "Then please," Hannah said gently, "return to your own work." At once Yumi left the room, but this left Hannah with the white man alone. She might have been too afraid to stay had not her anger at Yumi's stubbornness now sustained her. "Stupid Yumi," she muttered fiercely, as this anything but a man, and a wounded, helpless man. In the conviction of her own superiority, she bent impulsively and untied the knotted rugs that kept the white man covered. Then she had his breast bare. She dipped the small, clean towel that Yumi had brought into the steaming hot water and washed his face carefully. The man's skin, though rough with exposure, was of a fine texture and must have been very blond when he was a child. While she was thinking these thoughts, though not really liking the man better now that he was no longer a child, she kept on washing him until his upper body was quite clean. But she dared not turn him over. Where was Sada? Now her anger was ebbing. She was anxious again. She rose, wiping her hands on the wrong towel. "Then let's the man be chilled." She put the quilt over him. So Hannah turned to the nursery and she called Yumi. Children heard her voice also. She had actually her children, Hannah's children. They heard her voice, and then she had to go for a moment to smile at them. She went and to smile at them, and they were playing with the baby. That means the children were playing with the maid Yumi. So she told Yumi to come with me. Yumi said, "Okay, fine. I'll put the baby to bed. He's ready." Okay, and then both Hannah and Yumi moving towards the bedroom next to the nursery, stood with the boy in her arms while Yumi spread the sleeping quilts on the floor and laid the baby between them. That means she let all the children slept, made the arrangement, and then she went with Hannah. Now Hannah took her to, as Hannah was going, then servants also got frightened. Okay, what master has told them? Old gardener, who was also house servant, he pulled few hairs on his upper lip. What is this? The master ought not to, he said, the master should not heal the wound of this white man. Let the white man to be die. First he was shot, then the sea caught him, then he wounded with the rocks. And what the master is doing, if the master heal the wound, then the sea and the other natural things will take revenge. Hannah then very curtly, very softly, she said, I'll tell him what you say. But she also gets frightened, though she is not superstitious like the old man. But what is that? To help the enemy? You are helping an enemy. Anyways, nevertheless, Yumi just told to fetch the hot water and bring it to the room where the white man was there. So now the hot water was, carried. Yumi was also following with the wooden bucket. When she came near to this man, she said, I have never washed a white man, and I'll not wash so dirty one now. Hannah cried, you will do what your master commands. That means she has to accept whatever master has given the command. Now there is a look of resistance. That means resistance means stop. No, I'll not do. That's against action of Yumi. First time she showed such kind of face. And what would happen if servants would give report to the police, though they did not do such kind of activity? Okay, Hannah said, very well. So you understand. You understand. We only want bring him to senses so that we can turn him over as a prisoner. He said, no. I have nothing. She said, no. Koi matlab nahi, I have nothing to do with it. I am a poor person and this is not my business. Hannah said, then please return to your work. Okay, fine. Yumi left. Now Hannah was with the white man. She was also afraid what she would do. But Yumi's stubbornness now sustained her. She decided, stupid Yumi. Is there anything? This is only a man. And he's wounded. He's helpless. He's not doing anything. He has no any power to do anything. Now in the conviction of her own superiority, she was thinking about the own superiority. She did not show one side she did not like the man, but she decided to wash the white man. So she knotted the rugs. Knotted the rug means she dipped the cloth into the hot water and she wrung and kept the white man covered. She when she had his breast bared, when she found his breast, fine, she dipped the small kintar and started wiping out. Steaming hot water washed his face, and the man now cleaned face with fine exposure, fine texture came out. So that was a blonde. Blonde जिसका जो आपका yellow color जो होता है, that called blonde. The blonde face was there. Now why she was thinking all these thoughts? She was only thinking about, she did not even like this man, though she was washing, but she was waiting. When Sadao? Where is Sadao? Now her anger was ebbing. Gussa aur zyada pad gaya. She was very anxious. She rose. Where is Dr. Sadao? How long he will take to come? She was anxious again. She rose, wiping her hands on the wrong tar. दूसरे गलत tar से अपना हाथ को मिला के wipe किया. And then let the man be chilled. She put the quilt over him. Okay, let him be chilled. Thanda undo. And she pulled the quilt over him. And she called very softly, Sadao. राइट. अब यहां पर जो हमने अब तक पढ़ना है, ठीक है, तो वो हमें ये पढ़ना है कि उसने तो बुला लिया. यूमी को उसने बुलाया. बच्चों को उसने सुला, ठीक है, बच्चों ने भी उनकी आवाज़ सुनी, वो बच्चों को देखकर हंसी। ठीक है बेटा आप सभी सो जाओ, उन्होंने कहा ठीक है हम भी सो जाते हैं। ऐसा कहा नहीं, ऐसा हो सकता है पर ऐसा कहा, लेकिन ये तो हंसी। ठीक है, तो वो बच्चों को सुला दिया, यूमी अपने बच्चों को सुला के वहां से चल दी। ठीक है, शी ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड गोइंग, वो उनके साथ चल दी। जैसी वो चली रास्ते में तो दो सर्वेंट्स आपस में बात कर रहे थे, वो बड़े गुस्से में थे, क्योंकि जो मास्टर ने बताया अभी अभी उनके साहब ने, उन्हें मालिक ने जो बताया वो तो उससे एग्री नहीं थे। उन्होंने कहा कि मास्टर को तो उसको इलाज करना नहीं चाहिए इस व्हाइट मैन का, ये व्हाइट मैन को मरना चाहिए। पहले से गोली लगी, फिर इसे समुद्र ने खा गया, फिर इसे रॉक से मैंने क्या नाम है इसको चोट लगी। अगर मास्टर इसको सही करता है, जो गन ने किया, जो प्रकृति ने किया, तो प्रकृति हमसे बदला लेगी। हना खाना बड़े आराम से कहती, मैं ये बात मालिक से जाके बोलती। हालांकि हना भी बहुत डर रही थी इस बात को बताते हुए, क्योंकि भाई ये ओल्ड मैन है, क्या करेगा अभी, तो ये सॉरी ये वाइट मैन है, सही होने के बाद क्या करेगा, डर तो उसे भी था, तो क्या करे क्या ना करे। खैर बिना किसी बात के, बिना टाइम वेस्ट किए वो यूमी को ले जाती है। यूमी को जैसे ले जाती है, जो वुडन बकेट में जो हॉट वाटर होता है, यूमी अपना फॉलो करती जाती है। जैसे ही उसे देखती है, मैं दिमाग खराब है, मैंने कभी इसे वाइट मैन को वॉश नहीं किया, क्योंकि उन्हें पता है अमेरिकन जापानीज दुश्मन है। ठीक है, और मैं कभी इस गंदे को तो मैं बिल्कुल साफ नहीं करूंगी। हाना कहती है जो तुम वही करोगी जो तुम्हारे मालिक ने कहा है। ये लाइन का मतलब यही है, यू विल डू व्हाट योर मास्टर कमांड्स यू, तुम्हें वही करना है जो तुमसे कहा गया है। इस पर उसका गुस्सा बढ़ता, चेहरे पर गुस्सा आता है, कहती मैं नहीं करने की, समझ में आई बात, बिल्कुल नहीं, बिना बेको फर्स्ट टाइम उसने अपना चेहरा देखा। तो फिर वो उसे कहती है ठीक है सुनो मेरी बात। हाना बड़े आराम से बोलती है, मेरी बात समझो, यू अंडरस्टैंड, मेरी बात समझो। हम सिर्फ ये चाहते हैं कि वो उसके अपने सेंस में आ जाए, उसमें चेतना आ जाए, बस फिर हम उसे प्रिजनर को दे देंगे। ठीक है, हम उसे हैंड ओवर कर देंगे प्रिजनर। ठीक है, मेरा भी इससे कोई मतलब नहीं, वो कहते हैं मेरा इससे कोई मतलब नहीं है, और ये मेरे मतलब का काम नहीं है, प्लीज। हाना कहती है ठीक है, फिर एक काम करो, जाओ अपने काम पे चले जाओ, बेवकूफ यूमी, उसको ऐसे बोलते हैं। हालांकि जब वो बोलते तो यूमी की स्टबर्ननेस उसको थोड़ा गुस्सा दिला देती है, लेकिन उसका भी मन नहीं करता कि उसको मैंने कि उस वाइट मैन को मैंने कि वॉश करे। अब उसके पास तो दूसरा ऑप्शन है, तो अपनी कन्वेक्शन, अपनी सुपीरियरिटी दिखाने के लिए वो क्या करती है, उस नॉट मैंने कि उसको कपड़े को पानी में डुबोती है और फिर उसके बाद साफ करना शुरू करती है, व्हाइट मैन को धोना शुरू करती है। तो जैसे उसकी छाती को साफ करती है, उसके चेहरे को साफ करती है, उसका फाइन टेक्सचर कलर निकल के आता है, वो ब्लॉन्ड होता है। ठीक है, यानी भूरे रंग का होता है, वो रंग जो है उसका निकल के आता है। तो काफी लंबे टाइम से जो गंदा था, ठीक है, वो गंदगी जो है उसके चेहरे से, उसके ब्रेस्ट से वो साफ हो जाती है। अब उसका भी मन तो कर नहीं रहा था कि इसको धोए, ठीक है, इसको साफ करे, बट यस क्या करना, जब हस्बैंड के ऑर्डर, अब जब वो भी रेडी है, ठीक है भाई ठीक है करो। जब वो सब अपनी बातें सोच रही थी तो वो उसे पसंद तो आ नहीं रहा था, लेकिन वो उसे देख रही थी कैसे वो होगा, क्या है मतलब, क्यों उसे वो वॉश कर रही है। उसका गुस्सा सदाओं पर बढ़ने लगा, मतलब कहाँ है ये, कितनी देर लगाएंगे ये। तो एकदम से बड़े सॉफ्ट होते, सदाओ कहाँ हो आप। Now I'll go in my next video.